right, good afternoon everyone, and welcome to the Denali monthly webinar for July 1st, 2015. Today we're going to be talking about the different ways you can set up discounts in Denali. Most of your discounts are done in sales. There is a couple of other places you can go in and set up discounts as well, and we'll be talking about that today. My name is Jeremy Beislein. I am your presenter today. I'll be the one hosting the webinar here for you today. I also wanted to do a shout out to Kevin Winston. He's the one who actually produces our slides for these webinars, so he's a great partner in crime, so to speak. He's been a really good support helping us getting ready for these webinars, and a lot of the visuals that you see on these are thanks to Kevin, so I want to shout out a kudos to Kevin for that. Okay, if you need to interact today, please keep your mic muted, and any questions or comments that you need to make, go ahead and put those in the chat. At the end of our webinar, we'll do a quick Q&A to answer your questions with what time we have left, and we'll also post the answer to all questions on the website after the webinar is published to the website. The questions and answers will be posted there as well. Okay, so with that, we'll go ahead and get started today. Today's webinar is on the 7 different ways to discount your sales pricing in Denali, if you ever need to do that. The first way to discount we're going to talk about is promotional pricing. That's actually done in the inventory module. The second way is the simplest way. It's your price override option. The third option would be your discount function in the order entry or point of sales entry screen, to do like a direct discount on the invoice that you're entering or the sale you're entering. The fourth one we'll talk about is the sales discount codes. The fifth way to discount is the price level codes. The sixth way is the customer special pricing, and the seventh is by combining multiple discount options 1 through 6. You can combine various of those options together, and we'll talk about that as well. All right, so with that, we'll go ahead and get started. The first option we were talking about is the promotional pricing in the inventory module. This is where you set up a temporary discount for any of your inventory items or a group of items for like a special sale that you're having. And Denali will automatically adjust the price of those items that are on sale just during that sale period. So when you set that up, you go in and set up a promotional pricing code in the inventory module. And we'll go ahead and jump into that here. These are some of the screenshots of setting up the code, and I will go ahead and jump over to Denali and actually show you the steps on doing that here. Right here, here we go. Okay, so let's load up our inventory module here. Okay, so to set up a temporary discount for your stock items, such as if you put an item or a group of items on sale, then we have a promotional pricing option here. The first thing you want to do is set up our code. Let's say we're having a 4th of July sale, since we're just about there. If you want the description of this code to print on the sales receipt or invoices when you're selling these items, then we just check that box right there to make sure that that description also prints. And the description that will print is what we type here. Independence Day sales event. Okay, so what we'll do is you can do a dollar amount off. You can do a specific dollar or cents amount that you're taking off the regular selling price of all items that are under this sale, or you can do a percentage off, which you put in a percentage here instead, such as 20% off. The third option is a fixed price. If you do fixed price, you'll enter the sale price for each item that is a part of this sale, and when you and I'll show you that here in just a moment. You need to put in a GL discount account. I believe I have one here, 4510. There it is, right there. This is where the discount amount posts for all items that are sold under this promotion. So what you'll have on your posting to your general ledger is the regular price posting to the revenue account, and then you'll have a debit entry hitting this account here for the discount, which reduces that revenue. Then we put in the time frame for this sales event. Let's say we're going to have it all weekend from Friday to Monday. You can also specify only a certain time of the day that the sale is going on if you wanted to set that up here for a start and end time. or if you just want to have the sale going on all day long during the days that are in this range, you just check those boxes there with no start and end time. So that's the initial settings for the promotional pricing code. The next option is what items are we putting on sale? And here we add the specific items that we want to put on sale. So we added this item here, and if we've got fixed pricing, then we put in the actual sale price that we're selling that for, and this price overrides the regular retail price at the time of the sale. Now if we do percentage or amount off, then the fixed pricing option will not be there on the detail section. So if we just say 20% off, then we go here to our detail, and you notice the fixed pricing is no longer there. The multi-pack column is for the specialty shop add-on on your sales module. Okay, and what's nice about this is you can add one stock at a time to the grid. So we put our first item, let's say we're going to put this one on sale as well. So we can add that to the grid as well. Copy that, paste that here, add to grid. And you can do and add one at a time, or instead of doing one at a time, you can go like this and just add the entire inventory or a range of stock items, start to end. Or if we just do the whole inventory, we just leave those fields blank and click Add to Grid. So now our entire inventory will be on sale this weekend for 4th of July. And the sale price will be 20% off the regular price here. And it's pretty much that simple. If you have the specialty shop add-on, you can also specify buy one, get one options. This option allows you to select if they buy one or a certain quantity of a specific stock item, then they'll get one or a certain quantity of this stock item at a specific price discount, a % off or a dollar amount off. And of course, if it's buy one, get one free, you would just put this at 100% off for the item they get for free here if they buy the item up here. But that's only available with the specialty shop enhancement. In order to get the specialty, to get this feature, you must have the specialty shop add-on. But these other options are available for all of the other your regular inventory and sales modules. If you have the inventory and the sales module, you can set up promotional pricing with all the other options we went over. All right, so now we'll save this here, this code here. And we remember the code is 20% off. So let's take a look and see how that worked. So if we bring up our first item here, we see our regular price for this item is $66.25. So I'm going to leave that up for a moment here. And we're going to jump into our sales module here, go to our cash register, and we're going to go ahead and ring up this sale here of our first item. And you notice it brings up $66.25, the regular price, because today is July 1st. However, let's jump ahead a few days. Okay. I don't know if point of sale will allow me to do that. But let's say we are on July 4th. So we're going to change our local transaction day to July 4th. And we're still coming up July 1st. Yes, you must have that option in the order entry layout screen. So we will change the global date. That will do it for us. Okay, so now here we are on the 4th of July. We're having our sale. And $66.25 was the regular selling price. Log in. And it's still coming up July 1st on the sale. Boy, point of sale will not allow that for security reasons. So let's unlock that option. Okay. try that one more time. Look at that. Now we can change our date to the 4th. Here we go. Okay, so $66.25 was our regular price. But now, because we are in the sale, we are now at the sale time, this item is on sale, it is now selling it at $53. And it even shows us what the regular price is here. This is an option you can add to your layout if needed. And you see the discount percentage here. And that's automatically calculated based on the promotional pricing. All right, so yes, we'll clear the current transaction, and we will now move on to the next screen here. You can also print labels for your promotional pricing, but the second option is the simplest way to offer a discount at the time of sale. If the sales clerk has the ability to override the price, it's very simple. When you are running your sale, now we'll go back to July 1st because we're no longer, there it is, back to July 1st. So we bring up our item, and it does not show the sale price because we are not in the sale period. But if the clerk has the authority, they can just go ahead and change the price by doing a price override, such as instead of $66.25, we're going to take $10 off, $56.25. So when you type that in, it will automatically recalculate the price and the quantity. If you were buying 5 of those, it will automatically calculate the quantity extended amount based on the price that was overridden here. You still have the regular price here. The discount percentage still shows 0 because this is a direct price override. It's not a discount that was applied. So you still have a discount percentage of 0 because we just did a price override. But the regular price is still showing here of what it should be. Now that option is only available if your sales clerks have the rights to override the price as set up in the sales clerk setup screen. That's done right here when you're setting up your sales clerks. Now the clerk I logged in was set up as the manager, Bob Kennedy Manager. He's the one, and Bob Kennedy Manager does have the option to do a price override right here. But if you have regular sales clerks that you do not allow that, then when they attempt to override the price, instead of allowing them to override the price, they get the message that says right here, the current transaction contains a price override, and you now must have a manager or somebody who does have authority to override to log in and make that change while the sale is open. So that is the easiest way, number 2. Now the third way is the discount function. The discount function is done by first setting up a discount code in the sales module under your non-inventory codes. And the reason for that is because Denali needs to know what general ledger account to post the discount amount to. So you set up a regular, normal, non-inventory code for being used as a discount. And then you go ahead and apply the discount at the point of sale or the order entry screen. So if we bring that up here, let's clear up our sale here. And let's go ahead and put in our discount, our item here, regular price. But now, just by clicking on the options here, yes, it's going to add the options. We can now discount the invoice by clicking, oh, we got to get past it here. And my sales clerk, there it is right there. Okay, so now we can discount the invoice total here. And now it's asking, what is our discount code that we have set up? And I've got one set up right there to be used for that. And now we enter the percentage of the discount, say 10%. And when we click, it'll calculate the amount of the discount to come off of this invoice. And we calculate that, and we now see the discount listed here. Now this is discounting the entire invoice, which includes our freight. That automatically got added on when we added this item. So this discount automatically applies there. So that is done under the options screen here, and you do your discount invoice total button right there. That is the next step. That is the third way to do discounts in Denali. So let's clear out this transaction and move on to the next one here. And so as you can see here, we saw that on the screen, we saw our discount applied here. The fourth way to do a discount in Denali is to actually set up discount codes that will automatically calculate a discount based on the customer and the item that the customer is purchasing. So you can give your customers, if they're like a preferred customer, a discount off certain items or off all items if you choose. And to set that up, we'll go ahead and let's go back here. Let's see. So you set up your sales discount codes, and then you apply those codes to your items and to your customer, and the code will show through on the sale automatically. It'll automatically adjust the price, so you don't have to have anything set up on. You don't have to manually override the price or apply a discount. Denali can automatically set that up. And the codes are right here in the discounts. Now when you're setting up a discount code, you've got two segments to this discount code. The first segment is your customer, and the second segment is your item. So when this customer purchases, when a customer with this 10 discount code purchases items with this DS discount code, Denali automatically calculates the 10% discount. And to illustrate that, we will go ahead and bring up our accounts receivable module here, and we will find our customer with a 10 discount code. Now the 10 codes you will find in your customer maintenance screen right here in this field here. This is where you would put the customer segment of that discount code. And you do that through all of your customers. Here's one right here, Corner Mart. They have a 10 discount code. So now when this customer, C-001, is going to purchase items with the DS discount code, which we can switch over to our inventory and find those items are set up here in the sales info right here in this field. So let's see if we have any. There's one with an IN discount code. There's one right there. So this is our leather executive chair with arms and massage. We're going to write that down, 96325. And then I can illustrate how that works for you. Now you notice the price for this item is $229.90. So that being said, we are going to switch back. We've got our code already set up. If we bring up the item here, right there, there's our item. It brings it up at $229.90. However, if we put in our customer first, now if I can remember which one it was. There it is, Corner Mart, C001. We'll select that customer. That is our customer with the 10 discount code. We put in our item that is sold for $229.90, and you notice it now sells it for $127.76. Now what's happening here is we also have a price level code, because that's a lot more than 10% off, which we'll talk about in just a moment. So let's bring up a different customer. Okay. View that. Customer. There's a 25. There's a 15, a 5M, and there's a 10. Hobby shop. Let's select that one here. Yep, that one's doing the same thing because we've got a price level code using the same two segments that the discount code is using. So let's go like this to illustrate this for you. Yes. 10 DS is our discount. Okay, and cancel. We gotta have one. There it is right there. That's the one I need to get rid of because that is overriding my discount code. If you use the same segments in two spots, then it's going to go with the highest discount is what it's going to do. It's going to give that customer the highest discount that those two options are bringing up here. So let's try that one more time to get that illustration for us here. So we're going to grab our customer here with our 10. There's our customer right there, corner marked, and we'll select that one. And we know what item it is. Now this is $229.90, so it should calculate 10% off. And there we go. We are now seeing a 10% discount on this item. So now, that's one thing we're going to talk about on the 7th step, the combining different ways to discount, the 7th way to discount. So I'll jump into that when we get to that point. But that's one thing, that's a warning to be careful. If you combine discounts, it's going to go with the lowest discount first. All right, so that is how you set up your discount code. And so now it automatically calculated that 10% discount for this customer buying that item. And you can put the same discount code on as many customers as needed, and also the item segment on as many items as needed. A lot of times people will just set up the item segment and just add that to every one of their inventory items in one step in the inventory module. And then they'll put on the customer segment just for the customers that qualify for that special discount for all items. All right, so the next way we're going to talk about is our 5th discount option, and that's our price level codes. So price level codes work similar to discount codes. However, it's going to use two different options on the segments. We've got the customer segment and we've got the inventory segment. The difference between this and the discount code is our customer segment is the customer type in accounts receivable, not the code that's entered in the discount field. And the inventory segment is the inventory code in the inventory module for that item instead of the discount field for that item. So if we go to accounts receivable and we bring up our customers, we will look at our customer types here. That one I was just showing you here is going to be this field right here, WHSUV, where's our 5M? There it is, 5LM right here. This is the example I wanted to show. This is our customer type for this customer. So all customers with this customer type will potentially have this price level code applied. Now what happens on that is then you put the inventory code for all items under this inventory code. So when you look at the item in inventory, what we are looking at is this code up here, the inventory code. So when the customer type comes together and purchases items under this inventory code, then that's when the price level code kicks in. So what does the price level code do for us? What it does is it automatically will select which price level that this item will sell at when this customer purchases. So we have a 5% level margin. So if we're looking at this, price level 5 is right here for this item. These are our different price levels if you're using level pricing. Now you must use level pricing for those level codes to work. But for this example, our customer, regular price is $66.25, but our customer type is only going to pay $27.89 for this item because they qualify under that price level code. So now we switch back to sales and we bring up that customer and that item to show you an example of how that works. So if we put the item in, it's our top item here, $66.25 is the selling price. If we put our customer in first, it's going to be this one here, all for $1 store, and now our item in, it only sells it at $27.89 because that is the price level 5 for that item, and that customer automatically gets price level 5 because of the customer type, and it's set up in the price level code to calculate it that way. So now it overrides the price. And since this is a price level, it's not really a discount, it's just a price level that this customer qualifies for this item. That's very handy for wholesale customers or contractors, or if you have certain customers that are a different type of customer based on if they're a wholesaler, a contractor, whatever they may be, then you can set up a different price level for all the items for that customer as needed. The sixth way that we talk about discounts, let's switch back over to our presentation here. And this is what we just talked about, customer and inventory code. There's our price level code, and then it calculates the price for you. The sixth way is customer special pricing. So what customer special pricing does is this allows you to put in a customer to set up a code, which is basically just the customer, and then it allows you to assign any item to that customer, as many items as you like, and put in a fixed price for that item when that customer purchases those items. So when you set that up and you ring up the item, Denali's going to look at the fixed pricing, the special pricing table, and if that customer is in the table, then it's going to look for that item in the table, and if the item is also in the table, it's going to sell that item to that customer at the special price that was set up in the code. So to illustrate that, we'll just go ahead and show you real quick. This is the customer special pricing here. So here you just select any customer from your list. If you have special pricing set up already, you can click Find, and we see we have a special pricing set up for our Big C customer. And we have a special price for our Chair 1 swivel, but it's a special stock item, which is an alias. So that's going to be with arms, Chair 1 swivel with arms. That sells to this customer for $38. If we need to add additional items to this customer and sell those other items for a special price, we can do that at any time. And you can add as many items clear up to your entire inventory that you sell and assign a special price for that item to that customer. So now, when we go up to our sale, if we put in our item, the regular price is $49.49 for that item. However, if I clear the item here, delete the row, put in our customer first, Big C, and then put in our item, it sells it for $38 because of our customer special pricing. So that is a little more work because you have to set up each price for each item for each customer using that, but that might be something that would work if you needed to sell to a specific customer at a specific price. That is our sixth way that we can discount. One thing to keep in mind with that, though, is you can also sell to a specific customer at a higher price if needed for those items. So you can increase the price just for that one customer if needed. Okay, so we'll clear our sale here. Now the last thing we're going to talk about in Denali for our special pricing is to combine the different ways to discount. So what happens when you combine discounts? That's the one thing we need to warn you about to be careful on, because if you're combining discounts, Denali will basically calculate the discount for the discount code and also the special pricing. For example, if you have a discount code set up here, which we do for 10DS, then that gives a 10% off the regular price for customers with the 10 and items with the DS, like we talked about. However, if that same customer has a level pricing set up, and they're getting the level pricing for level 5, for example, which is a lower price, then this discount is going to give a 10% off of level 5's price, not the regular level 1 price. For example, this item here. If we have this item set up with a DS discount code, which we don't have, which is good because we're using level price, but you may want to put the DS code on here. And then our customer that's set up with level pricing also is set up for a 10% discount. Denali will combine those. It's going to look at this price here, $27.89, and deduct 10% off of that to give you a combination of the two. So keep that in mind when you're setting up these discounts and level price codes. It does allow for that because there are certain reasons why you may want that. But again, if you don't want to double dip, is what we call it, double discount be careful with that. Make sure that we set those up separately. If you're using the promotional pricing, then that will not double dip. If you use promotional pricing here in Denali, and you set up a promotional pricing code, like say for our 4th of July sale, but some of these items may have a discount code set up for certain customers, Denali, what it does, will automatically calculate the lowest of the two. If we have a 10% discount code set up in sales, but we have a 20% promotional pricing here, Denali will sell this item at 20% off the regular price, not 20% off the 10% discounted price. So the promotional pricing does not double dip with the discount codes. It will just automatically pick the lowest of the two. But the level pricing will double dip, so be careful with that. If you use the price override option in the sales module, that will basically override any discounts that were entered. And it will just go ahead and sell that item at the actual price that you manually enter it in when you override the price. So for example, if we put in our customer here, and that doesn't matter what method you're using. If we use all for one and we do our chair one swivel, then if you change this and manually override this price, it's not going to change anything on that for you. It's going to just put whatever you put in here, regardless of what discounts or price level codes are set up for this customer. On the other hand, if you apply a discount here, where you discount the entire invoice, then what this does is this may double dip because you've already have a discount applied, you've already overridden the price, now you're going to apply an additional 10%. So this right here will just do a simple 10% off what the total invoice amount is at this time, which in this case is $20. It's going to take $2 off. So that's something else to keep in mind, instead of taking 10% off the $27. All right, so those are all the different ways to discount in Denali. The 7 different methods for discounting. You can always go in and update the price on the items manually as well with the item, but that will change the price going forward. That's not really considered a discount. It just does a regular, it just changes the regular price in that case. One thing I wanted to show you is we do have our monthly webinars coming up, so let's go ahead and look at those real quick. We've got special webinars. We are doing them almost on a weekly basis. Now we are taking a week off in July on the 15th. There will not be a webinar, so keep that in mind. But the next webinar we have coming up is going to be on July 8th, and it's going to be about the inventory maintenance, how you can use Denali to keep track of your inventory maintenance rather than using Excel. So we're going to talk all about that. That's going to be part of our report series, it looks like. No, it's part of our receiving to selling series. That's the one, because it's the yellow one there. We have our brown ones are our monthly series, yellow, the orange are receiving to selling, the blue is our reports, and the purple are our special. So definitely check us out next week on the 8th. We will be back with another webinar to talk about how inventory maintenance is handled in Denali rather than trying to keep track of it just using Excel. Looks like that's our first webinar for the receiving to selling webinars, so be sure to check that out. That'll be at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific time on July 8th, same time. So with that, we will, let's see, a question just popped in from Larry. Let me grab that real quick, Larry. Under number 3, I wish to discount the discount code to maintain a fixed percentage. So that is the discount function. Okay, so the way you do that is it just does a percentage of whatever you put on the discount whenever you're discounting an item in Denali. Let's bring that up real quick here. Whenever you're discounting an invoice in Denali, here's our leather one, our swivel chair. Put that on there. Then if you go to options here and discount the invoice, this is the percentage it will discount off of the total invoice. You can also do a fixed amount instead of a percentage, which basically you're taking so many dollars off the invoice instead. So if we put in our code and we do $5 off, then that just deducts $5 off the invoice rather than a percentage. So those are your options that you have with that. Clear the transaction. Okay, so be sure to check us out next week. We have some great webinars coming up. Check the website out for all the future webinars that we have scheduled so far. Keep in mind that schedule is subject to change, so keep an eye on it regularly. And then if you have any questions, contact Cougar Mountain Technical Support. Any questions or comments about the webinar today, you can email them or give them a call. And with that, I want to thank you all for joining us today. It's been a great pleasure, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Thank you. Have a great day.